Hey, everybody in Facebook land, YouTube land, Instagram, LinkedIn, all over. Hello, everyone. I am so excited. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. No, I better leave these glasses on because in a minute I'm going to be introducing someone and we're going to need these glasses. But we want to say you all are loved and appreciated. And thank you for tuning in to our broadcast from 24hourgospel.com, connecting the world through gospel from local to global. I am your host, Dewana Malone, aka the Tech Queen. And we always tell everyone, no matter where you are and what you are doing, that if you have everything but Jesus, remember you have nothing at all. So thank you so much for tuning in right here. We're going to be really quick, but at the same time, we have something special for you today. All the way, first let me tell you. This, as you all know, we've been trying something new with our interviews and saying that we're going to do pre-recorded. We've been kind of experimenting, seeing the direction we want to go for 2021. So this next guest, I'm telling you, he texted us this morning like, hey, I'm in the studio waiting. I'm in the broadcast backstage. And I thought, oh, my goodness gracious. So he texts me, hey, Love Tap, I see you, Tabitha. Good morning. I see Tabitha tune in. So anyway, I had to explain kind of why I am not kind of, FaceTime ready, all that. I said, we're not going to make them delay. We're not going to do anything. You all are going to have to take me in the raw today. And I'm excited. I think this is the first time I've been in the raw. It's okay. It's Sunday. We can just be pure right now. No lipstick, no foundation, no eyeshadow, just raw. I love it. I'm so excited. We're going to have some fun today. I see you, Tabitha. Shout out Northern California in the house. Thank you all so much. And we're going to have fun. All righty. So let's get right on to our guest today. I'm so excited. I said, this is going to be extra special because if you only knew what we knew, you would know it's going to be blessed today. So let me tell you about MAC2G, a music producer located in Henderson, North Carolina. With 20 years of experience, MAC2G continues to help new artists realize their dream of progressing through the music industry by preparing them for their opportunity while fine-tuning their performance and sound. And MAC2G is here actually with a guest today, which is Don Eaton, and we're going to be hearing from them both. I tell you, these two people are probably the most patient people that I have ever seen in my life. Thank you, Tabitha. I see your note. Thank you. They are probably the most passionate and patient people that I have seen in my life and have been just such a spirit of grace this morning. Because I said, I actually am learning this morning, even from them. Because I know me, I would have probably been hung up. Like, these folk ain't online. I am out of here. But they have taught me patience this morning. That's the word for today, patience. From 24HG. Let's come on and bring our special guest on. We're going to start with Mac, and I'm going to have him introduce his guest today. MAC2G, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
All the way from NC, North Carolina. Yes, I see folks jumping out. They don't even know what we're doing today. We got guests. They trying to see what are they doing today. They ain't supposed to be live, but we're blessed to have you with us on today. How's it going over in the NC? And then introduce your guest for us.
It's going well. We're real excited. Finally getting some beautiful weather. So getting out of the rain and some of the snow that's been around. But we're excited. Awesome. I did bring a guest with me, Don Eaton, who is actually one of my college classmates.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So we went to college together. We're 4 hours away from each other now. So but wow. I've been blessed to reconnect with her. One of our big connections in college was through music. And so we've been able to reconnect, and we were able to put together this project that's presented today. And there's a big story behind all of that and how we got there. But I can't say that this album, to hear it. Yeah, but this album was done between December 27th and January 3rd. And that's
whoa,
that's how quick it came together. So the story will come out later, but yeah.
Wow.
Don is with us today.
All right, well, let's bring Don right on here. Virtual round of applause. Woohoo! Hey, Don, welcome.
Thank you.
And you know what? It don't even matter. You 4 hours away. I tell you, in this virtual world, you could be 400 miles away, and it will not matter because I tell you, thank God for technology. I tell you, you can connect anywhere in the world.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome. And I love that bright light. I think that is just so fitting and symbolic of even today. I don't know if that's it's like, do you see it, MAC2G? It's a bright light.
Ambiance.
It's such a bright, it goes with the clouds. It's like the Spirit of the Lord is here. There's liberty, there's freedom, there's light, and Jesus is light. Jesus is light, and the light changes.
He's here. Sound the trumpet.
He is. Come on, y'all. Come on. I love it. Jesus is here. Jesus is the light, and the light changes things. So we're looking forward to continue. Amen. And I know it wasn't planned. It's shining bright. So that is just, I love it. It's so symbolic of what and who God is today. I tell you. Well, let's get started. Tell us a little bit about your album that we're going to be introducing today that we want our audience to hear. Just a little bit of the song that we're going to be introducing. We're going to give them a little snippet of it. But tell us, first of all, whatever you can tell us about just the background of the song, like, you know, what inspired it. I understand it was done and sounds like less than a week, but how did it come about? Even the title of the song. Tell us a little bit about it before we play it.
So this
set it up for us.
This is where it gets really interesting. So around December 14th, I actually was diagnosed with COVID. And it hit me pretty hard. I mean, I was pretty much down and out. I was on an inhaler, just yay short of a respirator. But during the time that I was sick, you know, a lot of things happens for me spiritually with, you know, being in and out, being lucid. It's really hard to explain, but I definitely had a spiritual experience during that time. And so my recovery, coming out of my recovery, my music just really started to flourish and change. And, you know, Donna and I were working on Christmas music prior to me getting sick. And so when I got sick, it just kind of really completely just shut down. And then when I came back, you know, started recovering, music just started flowing, and I would pass it to Dawn, and lyrics just started flowing with her in terms of music just starting to come together. And so in the middle of me recovering and working on another song, I got the notion, God was like, you need to do a song called Speak Life. And I did not know what it would sound like or anything. But as soon as I got done with that project, I turned around and did the music. And then I turned it over to Dawn, and I was like, look, hey, this is the song he gave me. It says Speak Life. And she turned around, and within probably about 4 hours, she had the words and the hook and the chorus and everything written down. And that song was recorded, and everything has been done virtually. So that kind of sets up how it was. And so since I've been sick, music has just been flowing, and just about 90% of the songs that are on that project all came between December 27th and January 3rd. But this was the title of the album, with Speak Life. So, Don, you want to add something?
Well, I guess the song is kind of coming from the perspective of thankfulness and faith in God, and definitely the experiences. Because when he became sick, I was definitely praying and trying to, you know, stay in touch with him. And I'm just so grateful that God spared his life. Just so grateful. And but he's absolutely right. It was like, you know, after recovery, everything just went to a whole new level. And so I think this song just really speaks to, you know, speaking life, focusing on the positive, you know, being uplifting, encouraging, trusting and believing that God can do it for you, and just, you know, maintaining that hope that if it's in his will, that it's going to surely come to pass.
Amen. Wow. Well, I know our audience is excited now, and they're probably saying, oh, let me hear this song. So we're going to take a listen to Speak Life, and let's just turn our attention for our audience and let them hear a little bit of Speak Life here. Let's see here. All righty.
Speak life every day, in every way, in every way. life every day, in every way, in every way. The power of life and death is in the tongue. You can change your life by replacing a gripe with a song. So starting today, start to speak life. Speak life every day, in every way, in every way. Speak life every day, in every way, in every way.
You're on mute.
Sorry about that. Thank you. I was like, we're not going to thank you. I said, we're not going to give it all to them because we want to have them go out and get it and support your album. And, you know, we don't want to give the whole thing to. Where can they find your album? Where can they find all of these songs? I was looking, it looks like about 10 of them or so on there.
Yeah. There's
where can they find your music?
There's 11 that will be on the album.
It's 11. Okay.
So it's on all live streaming. Yeah. All streaming networks, you can find it. So you can find it on YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify. It's located out there. There's a lot on Reverb Nation, and there's some extras on Reverb Nation as well. So you can hear some other stuff. But those are where the main areas where you can find the album at. And it's also on Bandcamp.com. So if they go to Bandcamp, they can find it as well. So we're across a lot of different platforms, which has been really huge for us, having that opportunity. So.
Oh, that is so. And how do you continue to encourage people to speak life in a time where there, especially you say December, January, that was prior to us even having a new president and all of that, and so many people dying per month all around you, all over the world, with death all around you. How do you all continue from a ministry perspective, you know, to encourage people and remind them that death and life is in the power of the tongue? And is it through your music? Like, what message do you have for those that, you know, cannot even see or comprehend how to speak life when there's so much death around them? How would you encourage them, or what would you say to that person?
Well, definitely just reminding them of the message of God's love, knowing that he's only a prayer away and he is still on the throne.
Amen. Yeah. I think it's so fitting this season, especially, you know, I think it's so fitting for the season we're in now, especially where death rates actually are going down now and things certainly are being turned around. And I think now, a couple of months later, with, you know, transitions in our government and so many things that are happening, I am beginning to see things turn around. And even, you know, the power of life and tongue, life and death being in the tongue. I love how you all bring that out as well. Just, if nothing else, a reminder that we can speak life on our own selves and death, that really we have that power that God has given us. Were you going to say something, Michael?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, the music and the lyrics, they all come from that place of encouragement. They come from, you know, a lot of the music you can hear in the music where I was coming from being sick, and that enlightenment period of, you know, hopefully they're getting that message that coming out of that, even with the rest of the songs, you know, like In the Spirit and Let the Spirit Move, Let Love Rule, you know, all those titles came while just writing the music. And it's like, okay, boom, this is the song, boom, this is the song. And the transition and the interpretation of the music that Don was able to do and put forth, you know, it's just all been in that encouraging place. So it will catch people on any level that they're at in life. And it's very real, it's very pure, it's very honest, it's from our trials and testimonies, you know. so that is how it continues to encourage everybody and lift them up, is really from our experiences, from the music to the lyrics. So
that's amazing. And isn't that music period. Normally, how a lot of the genres came about is from people, from their experiences, whether it's the blues and, all of those throughout history. It's like you had to go through something and experience something in order for it to just come and flow. And some of the most anointed songs that I've heard have come out of people's pain and experience. And, even some of our old gospel greats. I'm a GMWA baby, so some of our gospel greats and even our hymns, when I read the history of, even Precious Lord, Take My Hand, and some of the stories of the hymns for a long time we learned in the church, when you read the story, I'm like, oh my gosh, they were able to write going through this, losing your wife and your kids and your only child. I mean, all of the stories behind the music is so powerful. And so now you sharing that, this was birthed out of, going through a period of sickness and having been able to do that in less than really like a week or so period. It's just amazing. I think you've broken a record here on 24-Hour Gospel. I can't say I've met anybody that did a whole album in a week or so. And I usually ask that, especially during COVID. I would ask artists all the time, like, what are you doing during COVID? Are you writing? What are you doing? And, some will say 3 months, 4 months, whatever. But never have I heard like a week or two. So that is, you've broken a record.
Well, we actually wrote more than what's on the album. So
wow, really?
At the time, at the time we released this, we really had to fight to figure out what songs we were going to put. Because at this time we had about maybe 40 songs that were done.
Whoa.
And so we were really fighting to figure out what we would put on this first album. And we've just been continuing to write and go forward. So the second album, the idea we had for the second album has totally been blasted, because we've made more music that's even better, that's just as inspirational, just as powerful. So we've totally had to rearrange our second album.
Wow.
So it's been a blessing. Like, that's how we've been blessed since December 27th, really. From that point, it's been a nonstop creating and writing process for us. And it's only gotten better. So this was just the introduction to people to, understand who we are, where we're coming from. It's not your typical gospel. It carries a lot of what we grew up in, with some of the, feeling of the R&B and soul and some of the gospel mixed in. But, it covers that whole thing. So anybody between 18 and probably 45 or 50 will get a really good understanding of the music that's coming out of here right now. So.
This is so cool. Wow. Well, I am so encouraged. And so what would you tell that person who is still sitting? We've been in COVID now over a year. In fact, you all have just said you did that in a month and a day. So what would you tell that person that's still sitting on their gift, haven't picked up the pen, write nothing, and the COVID didn't come a whole year now? You had all this time at home and they still haven't done nothing. What would you tell that person to encourage them? Pick up the pen and write. What would you tell them? To encourage them.
Oh, well, just don't be afraid, because I can tell you, I was reluctant. I can definitely tell you that. But just let God use you. It doesn't matter what your background, it doesn't matter what you've been through, He can use you. And I just thank God that He used us. I'm just really appreciative of that opportunity, and hope that that we can help encourage and uplift as many, just as the music has encouraged and uplifted us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would say use the song Believe, because on the album you have the song Believe that's down there at the bottom, and that is probably one of the biggest things I would tell them is you have to believe in what it is that you're doing, and believe that you can actually make a difference and use your gift. We were all given particular gifts. Sometimes it takes some things like being sick to realize exactly what your gift is. I've done this before for about 8 years. I had an independent label and let it go just because it was a part-time job. And, coming back into music, it hit me, like I said, when I was sick, it hit me coming back out that this is what I'm supposed to do, and doing it on the gospel side. And ever since I've done that, it's been a complete change in my music and what's been happening from there. And so you just got to believe, that you have that gift and use it, and it works.
One of the benefits of being live is I get to do the ABCs of worship, of who God is. And when you talk about speak life, we can't speak life without realizing the awesomeness and the almightiness of God himself. So I'm gonna have you all play a little A to Z with me. It's really simple. It's just the first word that comes to your mind. This is the benefit of being live here, is because I love this part because it stirs up the atmosphere. But A to Z, and I'll be a part of this as well, but whatever word comes to your mind, God is blank, and you finish the blank, and I go rapidly through A through Z really quick. The first word that comes to mind when you think of God, because as we speak life, we continue to realize the power of God and how awesome and amazing and ginormous he is. And the reality of that comes even more to life when you continue to speak it in the atmosphere of who God is. So I'll start it off. I'll say, God is amazing. B. When I yell the letter, you just say the word. B.
Bountiful.
Yes, there you go. You got it. God is C. C. I'm going to just say the letters real quick. C.
Caring.
Yes, D.
Come on, Don.
Got it. Working through Don. I love that. I love that D. God is working through Don. Don. Our D is Don. That is delightful. Working through Don.
Absolutely delightful. I love it.
All right. E.
E. Everlasting.
Yes. F.
Fantastic.
And faithful. Yes. G.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Yes.
Glory,
there you go.
yeah.
You got it. You got it.
I'm getting there.
You get there. Wake up. Wake up. You got it. H.
Holy.
Yes. I. We're almost halfway through the alphabet. I.
Incredible.
Yes. J.
Justifying.
Yes. K.
Oh,
God.
knowledgeable.
Yes.
There you go. There you
He's
go.
so knowledgeable. The greatest wise of all time, wisdom of all time. Yes.
Yeah.
L.
Love.
Yes.
Loving,
God
loving.
is loving. We were talking about that earlier.
God
so
is
loving.
love. We got
Yes. M.
Magnificent.
Yes. I was about to say God is working through Michael. All right. N. N.
Oh, wow. Whew.
I forgot our audience is playing with us. Okay, there you go. I see you, Shauna.
I love it.
We on N now. Oh, we on N, y'all. N. We going through things.
I would say never ending.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Omniscient.
Omnipotent. Omniscient. P. Shauna, can you got the content? Who that is there? I'm like, y'all got to stay on the letter. P.
God is peace.
Powerful. Powerful.
NLPQ.
Oh gosh.
Quickening right now, sooner than immediately. I
like quickening. I love it.
R.
Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Righteous.
There's so many angles.
Okay.
Righteous, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
S. As I say, I'm gonna do it with you.
Savior.
Yes, he is a savior. S, and somebody on P. You know what? Somebody that must be Roderick on there from T. We on T. Roderick. It's got to be Roderick. He did the P. We on T. They're confusing me with the alphabet. We're on T. I'm like LPST. What was that?
Trusting.
Trusting. Yes.
Trusting,
You. Yeah. Absolutely.
Understanding.
Absolutely. Understanding. V. We almost done.
Victorious.
Valuable.
He is so valuable and victorious. Yes. Yep. Oh my goodness. W. He's a way maker. He's wonderful. Waymaker.
Yes. I love that waymaker.
X. This one that get everybody. Yeah, this one get everybody.
We gonna come with exquisite.
I say, why?
We gonna add a vowel at the beginning. It's exquisite.
I say he X out all of our sins and pass and remember to put in the sea of forgiveness. Why?
Oh God.
Yahweh. And then
Yahweh.
Yeah.
I love
it. There they go. Y'all got to catch up. Now who does W on? Okay, they got that. We on Z now. We're on Z.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Zealous.
Yes.
There you go.
All All right.
We made
Speak
it.
life.
I made it wipe the sweat off my forehead. That was a rapid fire.
I love it. Speak life. I tell you, we have had a good time today. And Speak Life, I tell you, you all, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to MAC2G and Don Eaton. We have had some fun this morning. I told y'all it was going to be an awesome interview today. Didn't know what was ahead, but I knew God was going to be in the midst. And it was going to be awesome. Awesome. Any final comments, closing comments for you all before we say goodbye to our audience? And our audience, thank you for playing around with us in our tech zone, our sandbox, and not sure who that is from 24 Hour Gospel, if it's Tug or if it's Roderick, but whoever it is, thank you for playing in the tech zone there. But any final comments, MAC2G or Don Eaton? And it's truly been a pleasure interviewing you all today. Any final comments? Or special shout out?
For the opportunity. And just God bless us. Hopefully the music will again inspire and uplift and encourage. And God bless you.
And we like to say, spend a shout out to our third part, which is Tyrone. He's actually Tyrone Scott. He's actually over in Germany. He's a pastor over in Germany, but he's been one of my best friends since middle school, and so he's been covering us as we've been on this journey. So we definitely want to say, thank you to him, and he continues to bless us on this journey. So.
Amen. Well, thank you. You all got some fans out there that's giving you some love and shout out that's been participating here. So thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you, MAC2G. Thank you, Don, on behalf of 24
thank you for having us.
You are loved and appreciated. And stay safe out there in the big NC.
Love you too.
Thank you, Tawana.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.